Whenever I travel, I only travel with a backpack. And I'm here to tell you why you should do the same thing. Because on this channel, it's all about freedom. Roam around the world like the world is yours, right? And so I only travel with a backpack for several reasons. The first reason is obviously when you take a plane ticket, when you take a flight, it's cheaper. You don't have to pay extra for the check-in luggage, which is often $50, $60. But also sometimes, especially in international flights, intercontinental flights, the plane ticket is already expensive, so you don't have to pay extra for the check-in luggage. And even though it is free, even though you don't have to pay extra, I never use it. But all of a sudden, when you're used to not traveling with check-in luggage, those cheap airlines, they become viable. All of a sudden, you pay $20, $30 for a flight, but the check-in luggage is like $80. You don't have to use it. You're used to only traveling with a backpack, and so all of a sudden, it's much cheaper to travel, right? Now you were asking, yeah, but only with a backpack, how can I travel from one country to another, from one continent to another with only a backpack? It's pretty easy. Now, let's say you have many things that you need to take onto your journey. There's a way how you can pack for your backpack where you have a lot of things, but you don't have to pay for them. So let me show you what I travel with. Now, this is a backpack from North Face, right? I don't know if you can see it. It's a pretty normal backpack, but the reason why I take a backpack and not a luggage or not a suitcase is because you see those belts here, right? You can tighten them. So when you tighten them, it becomes flat. And when you untighten them, obviously you have a lot more space. Now, a lot of people, they fold their clothes, right? Their clothes. But what you should do, it's kind of like a military tactic, is you put all of your clothes onto each other and then you roll them with all the power that you have, and it takes much less space. But also, if you have things in there, some other things that you cannot fold or whatever, you just wear the clothes from, when you're at the airport. I remember I wore like 3 different pants just in order to not pay for the weight or to make some space onto the luggage. It's just one flight. Get used to it. And when you get used to these kind of discomforts, then everything becomes so easy, right? So you can tighten it so it becomes smaller, and you wear the clothes so that the weight is also less, and then you can put your things in there like electronics and all of that jazz, so you can travel without the check-in baggage, right? Now this is the first thing. Also, a backpack you always have with you. You don't have to carry with one hand. It's much harder to steal it from you, so that means it's just safer. Now, the other thing is also on this channel, we always talk about having a mission when you travel, right? So the mission could be, I want to go there to find this spot. I want to go there to talk to these kind of people. I want to go there to network or whatever it is. When you have only your backpack, then you can always be on the move because the mission stays the same, but the plans always change. Now imagine you have this big suitcase. How are you able to change your plans? Can you just decide from one day to another, okay, I need to go to this city, I need to go there. When you have this big luggage with you, no, you only need a backpack. And when you're doing it the right way, like I am doing with an inflatable backpack, then you can put everything in there and you're just on the move. You just put everything in there, you roll everything, you put it in, takes like 2 minutes, and then you're ready to go. But with a suitcase, you have to think about, okay, where can I leave the suitcase? I mean, should I take it with me? Should I take it now? If I leave it here, then will it get stolen if I leave it at the hotel? You have all these problems that are not necessary, that will make you hesitate, chasing after your mission. And in my case, as many of you know, I have a travel vlog channel. Last time I was in India, I was going to stay in Mumbai and I was going to film some stuff there. And then I was going to Kashmir. But then the terrorist attacks happened, all of that. So my plans changed. My plans changed. So I went to Northeast India and I took the bus to Varanasi and all of these places that I didn't plan going to. And so I had my backpack. So it was no problem for me to change plans, right? If I had my luggage, I would have to think about where can I leave the luggage and all of that. No, I was free. I was just able to go to Northeast India without any hassle, without having to organize some stuff or whatnot. So this is why you should always travel with a backpack, because your mission stays the same, but your plans always change. And then the other thing that I already said, it's just much safer. When you have all your things always on your back, it's harder to lose because you're just getting used to carrying a backpack, and then when you're not carrying, something is missing, and then it's just much easier to keep an eye out for your luggage. And I mean, also at the airport, it already happened to me once a few years ago. I had my check-in baggage and then it got lost, and then I had to wait for a few days until they got my baggage back. And I got it, but there are a lot of people, their baggage just gets lost. I mean, all of the things that you had there, they're just lost because somebody else, you gave the responsibility of your things to somebody else and they were not able to take care of it. And you want to avoid this. And also, waiting at the airport, you can just get to the place and then just leave. Go to your mission, go chase after your mission. Don't rely on some company who doesn't care about you to take care of your luggage, right? Because as you probably know, most airlines, all that, they don't care about their reputation. All of them have such a bad reputation. People still buy their tickets. By the way, I have an online community called the Chameleon Society. It's basically a place where you have one-on-one guidance from me to you, and you have a lot of different members who have already learned through my courses and through my one-on-one guidance how to build a social circles wherever they go, which they have already done. So basically you have access to other people and to places from the members who have already established a social circle. You'll learn how to learn languages really quickly. I speak 7 languages. And yeah, if you're interested, if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. And the other thing is also, you don't need that much stuff to take with you, right? Let's say you take a plane and you're worried about the luggage. You need all of those essentials like, I don't know, face cream, body wash, all of that stuff. You don't need it because you can just buy it at the place. It's much cheaper to buy it at that place than to use a carry-on, than to use a check-in baggage. If you have the space, then put it in. If you don't have the space, just buy it at the place you're going to. And if you're traveling to a cheap country, like even India or Southeast Asia, buying extra underwear, all of that, or a t-shirt is just much cheaper there. So don't even bother. Just go to the place. The most important things, your priority should be to just be able to be on the move whenever you please. Obviously, the essentials are mostly electronics, in my case, like camera equipment, laptop, all of that. If you have medicine, you need to take medicine with you. But all the other stuff, just buy it at the place. And I already talked about how to pack your luggage. Also, always take a lock where you can lock the zippers. I'll show you again. If you look here, I have my lock and you can pull it through the 2 zippers. There are 2 zippers and there's a small hole in the zippers. You just lock both zippers so people cannot open it. And that's basically it. Always travel lightly. Never forget what your mission is. Plans can always change. And the world will be yours. You're not relying on where to put your luggage. You're not relying on airlines. It's about freedom. It's not about minimalism. It's about freedom. So yeah, this is basically it. If you have any questions, write it in the comments. I'll answer it. And always remember, if you see beauty in the chaos, the world will be yours. Take care.